So, guys, today I'm going to seriously talk about stocks. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I still had this on. The stock market is a good place to invest money and, like enhance your portfolio. Maybe you have a 401k, which is also used, most of that money is made through like more conservative, um, you know, purchases through the stock market. But from a private perspective, I strongly recommend everyone, especially if you're younger, start while you're younger, um, mid 20s. I know money is hard to come by when you're in college and you're now graduating. You got to buy all these expensive books and whatnot, clothing. You got your appearance to think about with social media on the way. You got a whole lot of various things to consider. And when we're young, we spend a lot of money. Actually, we waste a lot of money. So, really consider the stock market. Those of you who are considering it, here is a few um, tips on how to, get your feet wet. First and foremost, with the advent of social media, not necessarily social media, but with YouTube, go on YouTube and study Stock Market 101. I no longer, I have some long-term stocks, but I no longer play the stock market the traditional way where you buy low, you sell high, you wait like 10 months and 11 months before you can actually make a profit and a large amount of profit, maybe 10 years. There are stocks out there where you can buy long term if you're not interested in taking the more high risk options trading. And for traditional trading, this is what you should do. You buy your stocks low, obviously, and you sell high when you do sell. But while you're waiting, you want stocks that offer dividends. So you get a percentage of how many shares you have. Say they give 1% of each share you own. You have 10 shares, you get 1% for each share, you know, something like that. That's as basic as I could put it. Now, you should also set up whoever you have your stocks with. If you are getting dividends, set it up where you can take that money automatically goes into purchasing more stock for the company that you're with. So your stock value keeps going up, and you can still, the percentage may never change, but the money value goes up the more stock you own. So I strongly suggest, if you just want to just dabble in stocks a little bit, you basically buy a stock. Say you buy Apple. I believe Apple offers dividends. Um, and just sit on Apple. Just let it sit and you collect the dividends. Let it sit for 20, 30 years if you like. There are stories of people, older people, that bought 6, 7 shares of one stock like 60 years ago, and they died, and next thing their family just inherited $6 million, $3 million because from those 3 or 4 shares that they had. So it is possible, with those dividends adding up over time. So that's something to consider. For those of you who are a little more risk, don't mind taking a little more risk, or don't mind doing trading on a more frequent basis, I strongly recommend options. Again, there are lots of videos online on YouTube on options, learning options. The first thing you need to learn with options, you go on YouTube and you learn what options is. The second thing is how it works. And the third thing is learn the Greeks. That's the Greeks. You just type it in and it will come up. There is a guy on here on YouTube, Option Alpha, has a slew of videos talking about the options and how to trade and whatnot. So you can view those and educate yourself. Once you are familiar with that, then you want to start, trading. Set aside maybe $500. It's not going to take much, and start with lower end options. Like try buying into SPY, the S&P 500, for instance, it's cheap enough where you can purchase using 500, I believe, and then build yourself up. Um, or the even lower stuff that you could buy into, like Microsoft and some of the other ones. You can buy options, and play around. Even penny stocks, some of them offer options, so you don't want to lose a lot of money. You don't mind making almost nothing, but you just want to learn the mechanics of it. Get penny stocks and play around with those for a little while till you get accustomed to it, right? It doesn't matter what platform you use. There's some companies out there, TD Ameritrade, Capital One. There are a few others. I personally use Robinhood because it's free to buy and sell. I don't have to pay a transaction fee. So, I save money that way. But, their platform is limited on some of the things you can do. What I also use is TD Ameritrade's Think or Swim platform, which is also free. And in my humble opinion, it is the best platform in the world. For free, it's the best platform, in the world. And you could create charts. You could learn how to do charts online and stuff like that. If that's your thing, some people use charts. I personally, I reference charts, but I don't really use it as my Bible. Per se, what I use is I study the patterns and see how frequently a stock goes up, how it comes down. I also look at how high it goes and how low it goes, and how frequent it hits those points. And then I buy stocks based on that. And right now, I play Tesla options. If you do go with options, I strongly recommend that you stay in the money. So if a stock is selling for $100 today, all right, in stock options, you have the options to buy different packets. There's one right above it that maybe you may be able to rent or use 100 shares for $10 a share. And then the one right below it, below the $100 mark where it's currently valued, might be at $11 a share, to use $100 value share. That's where I stay. When you start going way out of the money, like way out where it's almost impossible to, you don't make any money. Actually, most of the times you lose all your money. So don't do that. Stay right where, buy right around where the value of the stock is. And when you buy options, make sure you don't do 2-week, 3-week options. I personally buy 2.5 months to 3 months out contracts. So the stock has time to work. And one of the things that you need to understand that you must give it that time to work, because sometimes the stock will just go sideways before it goes up or before it goes down. With stock options, you can make money when the value of the stock goes up. You can also make money when the value of the stock goes down. I'm currently in Tesla. I just bought a couple puts a few days ago, and I'm waiting for the value of the stock to drop so I can make money. And I will talk more about Tesla in more detail in a different video on how I play it and where I don't do certain things and I wait and things like that. Patience, and I will do another video about patience and some of the mistakes I made and lost a lot of money because I was impatient. And that'll be in another video. But in the meantime, if you just want to get your feet wet, go on YouTube, study the videos that's there about the stock market and about options. You'll make a lot more money with options, in my humble opinion. And you just can't go wrong starting to invest. The younger you are, the better it is to start, because you have more time to really make a lot of money and even retire from this stuff. Like I mentioned in another video, I paid off my mortgage playing the stock market. Granted, it was a traditional way, but I'm making more money using options than I did the traditional way in a shorter period of time. And I will go into more details in another video. So until then, you guys like this video. If you do, subscribe. And if you have any questions, please put it down there. I'll do my best to answer it. If it's something that I can't answer, I will say, well, I don't know. It's not within my scope of expertise. and hopefully you'll be able to find somebody that can. I do know some other people that I could reference, but they don't make YouTube videos, unfortunately. But maybe I could convince them to start making videos. That way, when I make a referral, you can go to their videos and see how things work to answer more specific questions than that. You guys have a wonderful day.